Howdy everybody, it is I, your friendly neighborhood Scoop with a Uke, and I am back in Bethlehem, back here studying at the seminary, Moravian Theological Seminary, and I wanted to share with you the blend that I've been working on. I've been watching a lot of videos of you guys out there making your own blends and kind of experimenting with the tobacco and trying bulk stuff to blend with and kind of seeing what works with what. So I've been very inspired and watched a lot of different videos to make sure that I don't mess it up. So tonight I'm going to show you my blend. It is officially unveiled this evening. I showed it to my pipe smoking friends here at the seminary and got their stamp of approval before I decided to kind of release it to the world. So it is going to be called the Moravian Seminarian because it kind of has this quality about it that tastes like Moravian sugar cake, kind of in like the undertone notes, which is a cinnamon sugar based cake that's just really good, and it's a part of Moravian tradition that goes along with their love feast, which is just a really cool tradition of coming together and uniting and having food served in the congregation. There's a lot more to it, and you can definitely check it out on the internet. I know there's some really great articles out there about it, and it's something that we Methodists have even taken part in on occasion throughout our history. So without further ado, I'm going to get into kind of the process of how I came to this. I originally knew what kind of stuff I wanted to get and try mixing with, but I made 3 practice blends, and here I've got my 3: blend 1, blend 2, and blend 3. And I kind of smoked each of them a couple times. I only made it in a half-ounce quantity so that I could see what qualities about each type of combination of stuff I liked the best. And so the blend that kind of passed all the tests and smoked the best is going to be this one, and I'm going to go over it first, and then I'm going to switch camera angles so I can show you, kind of similar to how Corncob Piper made his blend. He had the camera on his hands. I'm going to give that a go. If it doesn't work, then I'll just do it, and you'll just have to look at my face and my Hufflepuff banner here in the back. So the Moravian Seminarian consists of 4.4 ounces of Lane Vanilla Black Cavendish, 0.2 ounces of Peter Stokkebye's 46 Vanilla, 0.2 ounces of Super Value Vanilla, and 0.2 ounces of Captain Black Royal. And altogether, this is going to make a 1 ounce blend. I try and do small batches so that I don't have a lot of it, since I have so many different tobaccos that I always want to try. I try not to have too much of any one blend, just so that it all gets kind of smoked evenly and worn down. I think the only thing that I really own in a larger amount of bulk is Lane 1Q, and just self-explanatory, Lane 1Q is amazing. So the reason that I chose the Lane Vanilla Black Cavendish is because I'm a really big Cavendish smoker. It's one of my favorite, it's not really a tobacco so much as a way that the tobacco is treated, but I thought it was great, and it kind of has this butterscotchy quality that kind of lends itself to the cake aspect, which I thought really helped the blend. Peter Stokkebye's 46 Cinnamon, I was not a fan of this as a straight blend, but I knew I needed kind of that zesty, cinnamony kind of taste to kind of complement and balance the vanilla, and it really does well in this blend. I'm not a huge fan of it by itself, although they, in the description, it says that they've added some kind of element of chocolate to it to kind of help balance the cinnamon in the smoke. Once again, I wasn't a fan, but it does serve well in the blend, and if you like it, then more power to you. The Super Value Vanilla is a burley blend with Cavendish that kind of has that vanilla-y, bourbon-y kind of smell, almost like alcoholic, like a vanilla extract, kind of that kind of straight smell. It's kind of got that quality to it, which I really liked, and I think kind of brought down a little bit more of the oversweet, not that it's oversweet, but it mellowed out some of the sweetness of the butterscotchiness from the Lane. And then, of course, I've got 0.2 ounces of the Captain Black Royal, because I was thinking about either Captain Black Royal or adding a little bit of Lane 1Q into it to kind of bulk up the blend and make it kind of taste like that quintessential everybody knows that it's, you know, your grandpa's packing a pipe kind of feel to it or kind of smell to it. And I ended up going with Captain Black more so as kind of like a shout out to my tobacco past, because Captain Black Royal is the first tobacco that I ever tried, and I really fell in love with it. And I only smoked Captain Black Royal for like the first 2 years that I smoked, back before I knew anything about tobaccos and wasn't really a part of the YouTube pipe community. So that is everything that's in the blend. I'm gonna see if I can change the camera angle. I've even got like my bowl over here, so let me do that. Okay, so we're gonna see how this works, and I unfortunately forgot my gloves at home. I did have some surgical gloves that I was using to handle the tobaccos directly, so instead I have thoroughly washed my hands with a non-scented soap, because once again, they are back at my home. So you place your bowl that you're gonna be collecting things on onto the scale, and then you zero it out. You can't see that because the bowl is in the way, but follow. I bought this. I bought a little one, just the slimline digital scale from, I think I got it at Walmart for about $10, and it's pretty accurate. I haven't had any problems with it so far, but make sure that you follow your scale directions, as all scales are made differently, I suppose, probably. So you're going to start with the 0.4 ounces of Lane Vanilla Black Cavendish, and this is kind of what it looks like if I can not spill it on my laptop. It's a really dark, rich, beautiful blend, and it just kind of gives off this butterscotchy aroma that I really enjoyed. So, gonna see. I'll probably like fast forward and speed up some of this. Okay, there's 4. So once you have that, and I bought everything in kind of a small amount to begin with because I wasn't sure if I was going to need to buy new components or not. But we've got our 0.4 ounces, so I'm going to put that into a larger bowl that is also very clean. We're going to re-zero this. Okay. Next we're going to add 0.2 ounces of Peter Stokkebye's 46 cinnamon, which almost like reminds me of looking similar to like a Lane 1Q, because it's got that like burley Cavendish mix to it. So it's really pretty, and it smells very cinnamony, which again, I'm not a huge fan of it, but if you are, that is totally fine. Super Value Vanilla, which I bought because I had the Super Value Bourbon, and it kind of had a smooth, like even burning quality to it. I wasn't really expecting it to be like solid tobacco, and it turned out to be pretty reliable and trustworthy, so I decided to give it a go, and I ended up liking that kind of alcohol-y taste quality about it. So we're going to add 0.2 ounces of that. Looks like we have just the right amount. Perfect. Zero out our bowl. And then we're going to add the 0.2 ounces of Captain Black Royal. And again, this is all to make a 1 full ounce of the blend. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to add all of that together in our larger mixing bowl. I'm going to move the scale to the side for now. And then the way that I've seen a lot of people sort of do this on the internet is to kind of just lightly, almost like, I think the one video said like a deck of cards, you're just going to kind of blend that just so that everything gets kind of intermingled. And it doesn't take very long to get it all to do that. And once again, my hands are clean. I know a lot of people do this with gloves because it's probably better. And then we've got something that looks a little bit like that. So it's a kind of a heavy Cavendish blend. I'm a really big fan of Cavendish, uh, just in general. And one of my professors here who did smoke a pipe also said that his favorite was Cavendish. So that kind of inspired me to make that a really big element of the blend. And probably the second largest element is the Burley, and then finally the Virginia. I wanted to make sure to include some Virginia because we've got some students here, kind of from more southern regions. We've got students from all over the world here, whether it's physically here to study or whether they're doing it via video podcast kind of thing where we can do like interactive, almost like Star Trek, which is really cool because one of my classes right now, I'm in a class with a woman from London and a gentleman from Canada, so it's just kind of really cool. Almost like the YTPC, we've got all these people spread all over the place. So I'm going to clean up a little bit and go grab my jar, and then I will finish the video. Alright, and then to finish everything up, I just have a regular ball jar. You'll notice I'm using a very large 24-ounce one because my intention is to purchase the materials to make more of this blend so that I can age some of it and see how it does when we do age some of it. I know that that can improve a lot of blends and let the flavors mellow together more, which is going to be great. But for now, the stuff that I have here, I'm going to let set in here for 2 weeks just to kind of settle and finalize and kind of come to its full body, which is really great. And then I'm going to hopefully get all the stuff in the next week or two to make some more so that I can let this set for maybe about a year, and then I can check back in and see how it goes. Also, this thing is super duper handy. My mom is a jarrer. We make jelly, never jam, just jelly. And so I think I paid like $2 for this. It is a lifesaver because I'm somebody that spills my tobacco all over my desk when I'm trying to fill anything. So you just want to get everything in there with the funnel. I had tried using a regular funnel and just kind of like butchering it up a little bit, and it does not work nearly as effective as the product specifically made for this. Well, not tobacco, but to put things in ball jars. I'm sure you guys got it. Anyway, so put this over here. That is the Moravian Seminarian. It's definitely an aromatic, in case you didn't guess that by the lack of any Englishes in this blend. I'm an aromatic smoker, and I know the majority of the people that I would be smoking this with are aromatic smokers. So if you're somebody that likes a really nice aromatic blend that's kind of vanilla-y and cinnamon sugary, give it a go, and I'd love to hear what anybody thinks of it. Thank you so much for watching the video this long, and have a wonderful rest of your day. One more quick note before I let everybody go for the rest of their weekend to enjoy and enjoy this nice weather. I just did the math and disassembled the other two blends that I had attempted to try and figure out what was going to work best. So I've got almost a full jar here, so I'm going to be splitting that amongst the seminarians for now, and then I'll let everybody know what the rest of the comments are, and if you end up making this blend at home, please let me know what you think, and if you have any tips, tricks, opinions, I would love to hear them all. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.